At the beginning of the film, a young boy named Miles is shown, and he, like us, is a fan of Spider-Man. His father despises Spider-Man. This was the reason Miles didn't tell his father the truth. In his spare time, Miles would sit with his uncle, Aaron. Miles' life was consumed by his studies. He is a hostel resident. He used to come over on weekends. It was now the weekend's end, and he had to go to school. Miles is taken to a subway station by Uncle Aaron. It was deserted. Uncle Aaron asks Miles to paint the wall because he enjoys spray painting. He begins painting with a spray can because he is excited. He creates stunning graffitis. Meanwhile, a radioactive spider is shown at Bites. Miles. We have seen in the Spider-Man movies that there is only one Spider-Man, bet there is something new that will happen. Miles changes from day to day. As his height increased and he was sweating, the things which he touches become sticky. Miles weren't understanding the changes in him. He was confused about what is happening to him. He can walk on the walls, and even when he studies, everything sticks with him. He thinks to see what was that in the subway station. He sees and realizes that it is a radioactive spider, because it was emitting the electricity. Miles sees the Spider-Man, who is fighting with someone. He also notices a huge collider. Now, I will tell you what is collider. A collider is a huge machine that can bring people from different dimensions. It can also send the people of Earth in another direction. It denotes that the machine was not of high quality. The villain is shown, Kingpin, and was fighting with Spider-Man. He might want to contact someone from another dimension, but Spider-Man knows that the collider can destroy the world. Miles was seeing Spider-Man secretly. Peter Parker vibes match with Miles, and understand he also has some superpowers. On another side, the Kingpin activates the collider. The monster was fighting with Spider-Man. When the collider activates emerges the waves that the monster dies. Peter Parker becomes injured badly. Miles goes to Peter Parker and he gives Miles a USB. He has to stop or shut down the collider at any cost. If it will be activated again, the planet Earth will be destroyed. When Miles leaves, Kingpin again comes to see if Spider-Man is alive. When he discovers he isn't dead yet, he ends him for always. On another side, seeing this, Miles runs towards his house. Prowler also chases him, and when Miles reaches his home, his parents get shocked, because he has reached home before the weekend. He asks his parents, "Can I stay at night?" On the other side, it was covered by the news. The Spider-Man who saved our city died. The next day, Miles purchases a Spider-Man costume. He goes to the conference where Peter Parker's wife was presenting a tribute. There were many people in a Spider-Man costume. Now Miles has understood now. It's his job to save the city. He has to replace Spider-Man, and Miles uses to do things that Spider-Man did. Spider-Man means Peter Parker. Being annoyed, he goes to Peter Parker's grave. He notices a man laying looking like Peter Parker, and understands he come from another dimension. It means when the collider activates and Peter Parker died, the Spider-Man of the other dimension has arrived here. This Spider-Man was a man of 35 to 40 years. He was fat and old. His name was Peter B. Parker. He come here in this dimension from his dimension when the collider turned on. It means, in Miles's dimension, Miles takes him from there, and they reach a place from the traffic heartily. The new Spider-Man makes himself free there. Miles tells him when he was performing the different stunts. The USB breaks. Now, he doesn't know how to shut down the collider. They also decide now they have to shut down the collider at any cost. Maybe some other people also have arrived from another dimension. They decide to make the USB again, and for this, they have to visit Kingpin's office. Miles doesn't know how to control his powers. That's why Peter B. Parker asks him, "We will go inside the office and you will stay here." Now he goes inside the office and Miles was waiting outside. He thinks he will not see Peter Parker while dying. While thinking this, he also goes into the office. When Miles goes into the office, Dr. Olivia Octavius. It is also shown Miles has been bitten by a special and powerful spider. That's why Miles also has the superpower to be invisible. Miles makes himself invisible as Dr. Octavia arrives. He tries to hack the computer. He doesn't hack the computer, so he leaves while taking the CPU. Seeing Spider-Man, Octavia understands the Spider-Man of this dimension died. He may come from another dimension. She tries something on his cells and realizes his cells are ending soon in his body. He will also be ended if he will stay in this dimension. Now Dr. Olivia discovered her CPU is missing. Miles has taken it later. She comes in her real getup that was of Dr. Octavius. She starts following them. They come out of the building. Even then, Dr. Octavius was behind them. Another Spider-Man is shown. She was a female spider. She was Miles's class fellow in this dimension. She was a female spider in another dimension. A male Spider-Man was her partner. Kingpin's story was also revealed here. He was about to end the Spider-Man one day. Meanwhile, his wife and his baby arrive there. Seeing his reality, his wife and baby leave. On the way, they get into an accident. They were ended in it. That's why Kingpin made this collider. So he will bring his wife and baby back from another dimension. Miles, Gwen, and Peter B. Parker go to Spider-Man's house. They meet Peter Parker's aunt. She understands. While seeing Peter B. Parker, he is not her Spider-Man. Later she takes them to a secret room of Spider-Man. they meet 3 other versions of Spider-Man. They were Peni Parker, Spider-Man Noir, and Spider-Man Ham. They say, "We will deactivate the collider." Miles says, "Okay, I will also go with you. You will go to your dimensions, and after it, I will deactivate it." Miles gets hurt. What they said, he can't even share this with his parents. That's why he calls Uncle Aaron. Uncle Aaron asks him to meet him. And when he goes to meet him, he feels someone's presence. He notices Prowler. Prowler was none other than Uncle Aaron. Miles gets surprised and runs from there. Uncle Aaron didn't know that. Who is he? He only knows that someone dressed as Spider-Man has arrived at his house. He doesn't know that he is. Prowler chases Miles. Miles goes to Spider-Man's house. Everyone was waiting for him. He tells everyone that his Uncle Aaron is Prowler. When the door opens, there was the whole army of Kingpin. It means Goblin, Prowler, and Scorpion. And the others also. Here, they fight. Kingpin wants to end all the spiders. Prowler was behind Miles' Spider-Man. He holds him. He removes his mask and Uncle Aaron becomes shocked that he is Miles now. He can't end him. When Kingpin sees Prowler is not ending him, he ends Prowler here. Uncle Aaron dies. Miles' father also arrives. He was a police officer. Seeing Aaron dead, he also blames Aaron for this. Miles goes to a home where all Spider-Men were waiting for him. They again tell Miles, "You can't go with us." They tell Miles only Peni Parker can shut down this dimension's collider, because he can't do this. They leave, while locking Miles there so he will not come there. Miles was depressed. He can't help him. His father was also worried for Miles. Because the circumstances of the city were damaged. He was upset for Miles. Miles was sitting there being locked and discovered his other power. It was bioelectric venom power. He frees himself with that power and then goes to Spider-Man's aunt's house. He leaves from there while taking the USB. On another side, it is shown Kingpin has organized a huge party. As a tribute to Spider-Man, everyone was in Spider-Man's costume. That's why the Spider-Man of other dimensions didn't face any problem going inside. They reached the place where the super collider was. Miles was also there. Now he has learned to control his powers after so many incidents. Dr. Oilvia also reaches there when they reach near collider. With the other companions of Kingpin, all the Spider-Men, and start fighting. The collider activates, and the Spider-Men have to move in their dimensions. They move from here. Peni Parker, Spider-Noir, Ham, everyone leave. Only Miles was left here because Peni Parker has also fine in his dimension. Now Miles starts fighting with Kingpin. Kingpin was searching for his family. When he doesn't find his family, he throws everything at Miles. Miles was nothing in front of Kingpin, but Miles doesn't lose his courage here. He keeps on fighting, even in severe pain. In the end, he attacks Kingpin with his venom powers. Kingpin was defeated. Here, Miles successfully shuts the collider down. Miles' father was also seeing Miles. He understands the Spider-Man has saved everyone, but he doesn't know that he is Miles, because Miles has the costume, and thinks maybe his father will be worried. He should call him for once while wearing the masks. He walks up to his father and bids him farewell with it. Miles was the new Spider-Man of this city. The other Spider-Men reach their dimensions. With it, this comic story ends.